Hey guys, we're back again with Love Island. Season 8, we're now at episode 14. Episode 13 was sort of a recap of unseen footage from previous episodes. So I skipped that. I think episode 7 was kind of the same, so I skipped that one as well. Now we're skipping 13. All right, so now we're on 14. We're now on episode 14. Last time we had a new girl come in the house. Her name is Danica, I believe, right? And she gets to choose first in the recoupling. All right, she gets to choose who she's going to be with. I believe she went first. So did I miss that part? Yeah, there we go. She went first and she chose Luca. And this is the face he made when she did that. He made that face, and then, yeah, everyone is shocked. I couldn't believe it. That was like one of the worst choices she couldn't make, because after she made that choice, instead of walking to her, he walked over to Gemma while she's still standing there and went to go kiss Gemma. I can't believe she did that. She said she's going with her gut. That's the kind of guy she would go for outside of the house. And that was really stupid. Her gut is dumb. Like, he was the only guy that's not even showing her any attention. He was just being a host. He literally broadcast the fact that he's not trying to get to know anyone else, and she still chose him. He showed no interest in her, and she still chose him. Unfriggin' believable. So she did that. And everyone's wondering, who's Gemma gonna pick? Next one up is Tasha. Tasha right there. Obviously, she chose Andrew. There's no need to go into that. It's not a surprise choice. Tasha chose Andrew. Next after Tasha is Amber. And Amber chose Dami. All right. That was not a surprise either. Although if some other guy did show her attention, she probably would have chose them, but yeah, she chose Dami. I have a feeling if there's a recoupling where there's more guys than girls, Amber is going to be the one going home. I don't think anyone would really choose her. All right, next up is Ekinsu. And Ekinsu chose Jay. Not a surprise there. Davide was pretty much done with her. She didn't really have two choices. She couldn't struggle between those two. I suppose she could have still chose him, but that would have been stupid. He wasn't even sleeping in the same bed with her, even though they were coupled up. So there she has Jay now. Next up is Gemma. And Gemma chose, see her there. Gemma chose Davide. I was like, yes, I knew it. I freaking knew it. As soon as she started talking, she was like, this guy is really showing his personality. He's actually really funny and all this. And I'm like, and plus, he's someone that she coupled up with before. And they're actually pretty cool, and he's not making a move on her. Davide was the perfect choice for her to choose. If she chose the other guy, that would have only created conflict because there would be uncertainty there. But choosing Davide was the right choice. And plus, Luca and Davide are pretty cool. So it's a good choice, which right away means Remy is going home. He already saw the writing on the wall. Remy Remy's out. He's out. He's out the door. But he's standing there, very stoic. Next, we have Paige. See Paige right there. Right. And of course, Paige chose Jax. So it's Paige and Jax. Next up, all right, see them there, see Paige and Jax. Next to choose is, oh wait, hold on. Hold on, I think I missed something there for a second. Paige chooses Jax. There we go. This is hilarious. See how far apart they're sitting, and she's just like, what did I do? She just feels so stupid. She's just staring ahead, not trying to make eye contact. Very embarrassed. He's not even concerned with her. Oh my God. She probably felt very confident. She was like, oh, I'm looking sexy. All the guys are into me. Too confident, man. Last up, we have Remy, and we have Ikenna, and we have India choosing. And these are the last two, and you can see it on his face. He's like, yep, I'm gone. I'm done. He already knows it. I already predicted he was going to be the one to go because he was so obsessed with India. And all the other options, the only other option he had was Paige. And she was very interested when they went on the date. But he didn't pursue it. He didn't do anything. He was just hanging out in the house. And there was another thing about him that was like weird. He never quite finished his food. He's always had little drops of food on his, like stuck in his lips. And it's just like weird, man. Gross. I don't know about that guy. He was talking all that mess about having more game than any other guy in the villa, but nah, he was a letdown. See, right there, Ikenna gets chosen by India, and he shakes his hand, letting him know, hey man, it's all good, but bye, Remy. So it's over. Remy's going home. Everyone's saying bye. So walking out. He's gone, and now what is her name? Damn, what is her name? Danny? Jesus Christ, I forgot her name already. Anyway, the new girl who just chose Luca, now she's Danica, that's it. Danica is now just walking around drinking wine by herself, and there's Luca and Gemma smiling and laughing and kissing each other. And she's just there trying to explain away her choice to everyone. She's just there, you know, I had to go with my gut and all this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're dumb. You're dumb. So, all right. So, you know, Davide is over here spinning his game at Danica. I mean, she's a new girl, so you know, you gotta, you know, he's got to see what's up. He's spinning his game. She tells him that she thinks he's attractive, but she doesn't seem to be going for it that much. She's just kind of just there. And then you have Jay and Ekinsu, and he's telling her the moment he came in the house, she was the girl that he found that he had the most romantic connection with. I'm just like, this dude Jay is a player. He lies through his teeth, man. This dude is lying. I mean, every girl that he chose for that 3-part date that he had, he pretty much, after each session with them, he told them he was most interested in them. I think the last one he had was Tasha, and he told her he was most interested in her, but she was on, you know, she was with Andrew and all this stuff. Yeah, this dude is a player, man. He's an old school player. He's the oldest guy there, and yeah, he's definitely a player. No joke. 100%. That guy is just playing her. All right. And you got Ikena with India. She's talking about feeling bad about Remy going home and all this stuff. And Ikena is like, yeah. And then he just went back. He's like, oh, you said some nice things about me. I really appreciate that. And like he doesn't care about this Remy situation, but she's harping on about it. All right. Then we go to Danica talking to Luca. You can see how much space there is between them. And she's telling him, you know, he's the kind of guy she would go for outside the house. She's interested in getting to know him and all this stuff. And he shuts her down. He's like, well, you know, you seem like a nice girl, but I don't see anything happening with us going further and all that. Rejection, right? Instead of taking the rejection, she goes like, well, you know, you never know what's going to happen in the future. I'm still interested in getting to know you, and we get to know each other and all this stuff. And she's just not taking the hint, and he keeps having to reject her. And it was just crazy. This woman will not take rejection. She just can't eat that L. Like, you already embarrassed yourself. Take the L. She wouldn't do it. She just wouldn't do it. All right, so Ekinsu decided to call Davide over for a chat that she was acting like she was too stubborn to have before, but now that he's saved and he's in the house, she's trying to protect her image by making friends with him after doing what she did. And she's talking about, oh, I still care about you, and I just, you know, I was just kind of confused. That's why I lied. I was like kind of between the two and all this nonsense. And he's like, no, it's whatever. I only care about the fact that you lied. I did care about you, but I don't care about you anymore. And no, nothing's gonna happen between us. She's still trying to keep her options open with him, and he's not having it, man. This lady just loved the drama. Right. So everyone goes to bed. Luca decides to sleep on the extra bed out in the living room instead of in the bed with Danica. So Danica is sleeping by herself. Gemma is sleeping with Davide, because that's who they're coupled up with, but they're not like doing anything. Let's see right there. They're just sleeping, just two separate sides of the bed, not really crossing any boundaries there. So, and then you got Danica by herself in the bed, still sitting in that embarrassment that she put on herself. So there she is, in the bed by herself. All right, so next morning, Gemma goes to get Luca. He comes back in the room, and he sits on the bed next to her, and he asks her, oh, how did you sleep? And she did this nonsense where she's just like, oh, I actually slept very well. I loved having the bed by myself. Thank you for doing that. And all this, just trying to save face, and he's just laughing. It's just like, she will not eat that L. She just won't take the rejection. She got it served up on a platter, and she just won't eat it. So next day, the guys are talking, girls are talking. I think Gemma was just not willing to say anything to Danica because of what she did. She's just like, oh, it's obviously she's not here to make friends. She did what she did. It's like, whatever. So next day, I guess Danica picked up on that. She decided to pull Gemma aside for a talk, and she was just repeating the same nonsense about, oh, you know, he was, you know, I had to go for it. I had to go with my gut, and he was the kind of guy I would go for. Same stuff that she talked about before. And Gemma was like, yeah, you know, I guess I'm just kind of pissed off with the situation, whatever. As right after she's having this conversation, the phone rings, and it is a text sending Luca and Danica on a date. It's time for your first date. Please get ready to leave the villa. Danica and Luca. So yeah, they got ready. They went on a date, and it was more. Luca friend zoned the shit out of her. Like literally, he was talking about, oh, you need a wingman, all this stuff. I mean, they're on this date, and she's still trying. She's still trying. She's still asking to get to know him and all this stuff. And he friend zoned her so freaking hard. It was embarrassing. She just won't let it die. Right. So, and she told him the other guy that she was interested in was Jax, and it was between him and Jax was her usual type, and she just got to know him more because I guess he was the one kind of like walking her around and kind of showing her around the villa and stuff. Yeah, so she chose him, but now she's gonna go try her luck with Jax, who's there with Gemma. So she's just taking a hard road. This lady, I don't know what's going on with her. She just loves eating L's because I don't think it's gonna work with Jax. I mean, she's good looking, but I mean, Paige is fine. So she gets back from the date. She said, "Oh, it was good. He was very nice. He was very friendly, and all this nonsense." All right, so Gemma seems very comfortable and very happy with the way Luca has acted, going on the date with her and all that stuff. And he was, he just made it clear that he wasn't interested. And she was it? I think what he also said that the reason he slept out in the living room instead of on the bed with her is because if there's a guy that came in and chose Gemma, he would want her to do the same thing that he did. So that's why he's doing it. So he's not going to end up being a hypocrite, and she can't use that to like sleep in the bed with some other guy and cause some drama for him. Right. So Danica decided to shoot her shot at Jax. There she is, shooting her shot at Jax. And yeah, Paige is a little bit worried, but Jax is saying it was a good talk. His head is not turned, but he does take a little bit of a look her way because she's kind of flirty. But it's more like just an attractive girl just showing him attention. He's not really like that into her. So there's that. Then we have here a conversation between Dami, Jay, and Davide, in which Dami reveals that he's actually more attracted to India than Amber, which obviously, who isn't? Amber has a weird looking face. This is what it is. After he said that, Jay is trying to convince him to go for it. Go grab her for a chat. Oh, there's another situation here that I forgot about, where Danica tried to shoot her shot at Ikena as well. This lady, man, I don't know what's wrong with her. Just something just not quite right with her head. That's it. Is that it? Oh, right. Where was it? There we go. So over here. So Dami is here talking to Jay and Ekinsu. It was Jay and Dami, and then Ekinsu showed up, and then Jay, for some reason, kind of threw him under the bus and let Ekinsu know about how Dami's feeling, which is so freaking stupid because Ekinsu is not going to keep quiet about it. The girls are going to know because he did that. Like, that's why there's certain dudes, you just don't tell your secrets to. You just don't do it. Especially when they're that comfortable with their chick. They're going to tell, it's one thing to trust one person with your secret, but when they trust someone else that is not as close to you as they are, that other person doesn't feel any sort of way about revealing your secret. You just don't do that. That's why you better just keep your secrets to yourself. Because as soon as you give it to one person, that person gives it to someone else that they trust that doesn't trust you. And now that person is revealing your secrets. It's just stupid. So now they're talking to him and they're telling him that he needs to go pull India for a chat and all this stuff. And then as they're having this conversation, Amber walks up, she sits down next to them, and it's awkward. It's very awkward, and she knows that it's awkward, and she's asking them what's going on, and no one's telling her. And they're all just acting like, because as soon as she shows up, they just stop having a conversation, and then they're just sitting there awkwardly, which is weird because the most awkward one was Ekinsu, and she's an actress. She must be a terrible actress because for some reason she couldn't act like nothing awkward was happening. Anyways, that is the end of the episode. Until next time, we'll see what happens. Maybe a new girl shows up in the house, and I don't think Danica knows how much trouble she's in at the moment. Because as soon as a new girl comes in, she's going to be on the receiving end of not getting chosen because she's putting too many eggs in the wrong baskets. So, Davide is just going to have two choices that he's not really sure about, and he's going to end up choosing her. Anyways, that is it for episode 14. Until next time.